We're live. Yeah, I don't care. Do whatever you want.
You are live?
Live right now. Nobody watching it.
So people can like come on and watch it from the beginning?
Yeah. Well, once it stops, and they can come in and watch it from the beginning. Oh, 3 people watching. What's up, guys? Michael Funk. Say hi. Michael. What's up, man? What are you guys up to? Doing a little Q&A today. Live stream here. Never really done one of these. SoCal G shirt here. I'll remember once I finish this stream to put a link down in the Instagram. What happened to the Nissan? I did make a video about that a while ago. I actually crashed it and wrote it off. Sell you my black G35. It's not really for sale just yet, but you know, if anything, I'll probably sell the silver one because, you know, 6-speed's kind of hard to come by. Yeah, I wish I would have liked to get a G35 coupe, but at the time they're a little more pricey than the sedans. The no beds. Why is this friend a massive knob? I'm not really sure. Is there a lot of VQ meets in Canada? There's quite a few actually. Like in the summer, like right now it's winter time, so things are a little bit slow. But in the summertime, I mean, pretty much every week you can go out and meet some VQ guys and, you know, have a good time. Randy says he'll get me in his Auto G sedan. If you're in the GTA, let me know, man. We could probably make that happen. GTR, what happened to the Nissan? A GTR or 370Z. I do like both. I was actually looking at a couple 370s. Like the base models are, I think, 30 grand or something like that. And, you know, the Nismos are a little bit more than that, but I would definitely love to have one. Motivator Z Las Vegas, big fan. I did see you on Instagram. Big shout outs to you. Frankie says, what's up? What's going on? Go rev the G35 right now. It's actually, I mean, I could go outside, but it's kind of far. Like, I'll show you guys where it is. It's all the way out there in that tent. And it's a little bit far right now. We're trying to do trying to get that live stream going. When's the next track day? Well, like I say, you know, in Canada, it's winter time right now, so the track will probably be open maybe March or late February if it's nice. Are the G35 and sedan brakes and rotors the same? I think you mean coupe and sedan. I think, no, I don't think they are. I know the coupes definitely have the Brembo option, but the sedans are the same size as an Altima set of brakes. Actually, the ones that are on my car right now, they're really small, so I don't think that they are the same. Buy a 370Z. Well, I was looking into actually taking over a lease. Like, I wouldn't really be able to mod it, but it would give me an opportunity to kind of make videos on it and see if it's something that I would like to have long term. Do I think installing a bully dog would add to the performance of an 07 G35? Not really. To be honest, I've heard not very good things with the bully dogs. As far as the VQs go, your best option would be to find somebody locally that can do an up rev tune. Here in Toronto, there's a couple people that'll do it, but it really depends on where you live. Why is there headers soon? To be honest, I don't really think I'll do headers. It's kind of a big job. on the G35s. That's why I went with test pipes, because it's much easier install, and I don't know, there's really not much more power that you're going to get from headers, maybe like 5 horsepower overall, but the amount of work and money that would go into it, for me, just it wouldn't add up. Why is it there? It's just parked in the driveway. That's my driveway across the other side of the yard there. Is there a difference between G35 coupe wheels and sedan wheels? It depends on which year you're talking about. For the earlier models, 03 and 04, the wheels are definitely smaller, but I think 05 and 06 had an 18-inch wheel option, which I think should be the same offset and width and everything as the coupe from that year. Do I still have the lights from the silver G35? Actually sold both the headlights and the rear. Actually, no, sorry. I still have the tail lights, but I sold the depot headlights. So what's on there right now is just the stock lights that you guys saw I painted yellow. If I could metaphorically have my old Altima be rear-wheel drive, would I still prefer the G35? To be honest, I really did prefer the styling of the Altima over the G35. I just like the nice, sleek, low profile and the way that the front end kind of stuck out a little bit more. The front bumper was a little more aggressive than the G35 that I have right now. And when I first got my G35, I was kind of contemplating a way to put an SER front clip onto the G35, but it would have required too much work and kind of would have looked a little weird, so I didn't really do anything about that. Do I have any parts left? Yeah, I still have quite a few parts left. Mostly dashboard parts. I threw a lot of stuff out that I didn't really need. The car's pretty much gutted right now. I don't know, I took out a little more than I should have. I'm gonna have to find some heater controls and stuff, because in the last week or so I am planning on putting the silver G35 on the road and doing a few things to it. So heat and, you know, a defroster is something that I'm gonna want that I didn't really think of when I sold the doubled in and Metra dash kit. Nissan Murano, I think you asking what I think of it. I like the Muranos. The biggest downfall with the Muranos is the CVT, so if you are interested in a Murano, I'd say look into a FX35, because it has like an actual transmission as opposed to a CVT. The CVTs, to me, they are not reliable. The longevity of them, I would never buy one myself. When is the turbo or supercharger coming? Well, to be honest, now that I have this silver project car, and I'm kind of in the middle of building the garage here on the property, that has kind of been pushed to the back burner at least for another 5 or 6 months until I can find like a good deal. If somebody were to have a good deal out there for like $3 grand tomorrow, I would probably buy it. But even then, I still wouldn't have the time to put it on or the place to put it on, because, you know, the garage isn't going to be done till probably late spring, early summer if I'm lucky. The 05, 06 taillights, I only have one set of those, and they're on the black G35. The silver set that's on, or the set that's on the silver G35, those are just the 03, 04 basic taillights. Buy a Murano, like I say, the CVT thing. I was looking into FX35s as like a daily, but they're still pretty expensive even with like high kilometers on them. Me and J-Max give you a lot of inspiration. To be honest, he's where I got a lot of my inspiration from. When I first got my Altima, like, the only thing I had done was, I think, tint my 350Z wheels and I think an exhaust, and I went out to a meet with him and a couple of the other guys that I'm good friends with now, and they really put me on to, you know, where I should spend the money instead of like looks and everything like that. Do a little more performance wise. which with the Altima I did. Even though I did the full SER conversion, that was just something that I wanted to do. But yeah, man, I'm glad I could be inspiration. And like I say, man, I got my inspiration from him too. So I owe him and a lot of my Nissan buddies a lot, to be honest. Milton says the Altima is better. Will I buy a Murano? I don't know how quickly these comments were coming in here. Yeah, I do like the Altima. I was actually looking into buying another Altima. I'd prefer to get another Altima than the Murano. My dream car probably would be an R34 GTR, and there's really none here in Canada. I don't even think we can import them yet. I think there might be a couple in here under the show car rule. I've seen a couple like R32 or R33s with the R34 front end swap, but overall I'd say that was definitely or is my dream car. 370Z I think would be like my next practical daily car. Like that would definitely be the step up that I were to take in the VQ game, coming from, you know, the Altima to the G35. I think the 370Z would be really the next realistic car that I would get, not so much dream car. Am I going to do an engine swap? Well, right now the black car has the engine's pretty healthy in that. It's got about 170,000 kilometers on it, which isn't too much. The silver car has quite a bit more, almost like 350,000 kilometers, I'm pretty sure. So, like I said, I'm going to probably put that on the road in the next couple of weeks, and, you know, depending on how that car holds up to the abuse that I put it through, essentially, it may need another engine, but at that point I probably might just buy another donor car and swap all the suspension over. It does have test pipes on it already, so the exhaust would come off of it too. And I'd prefer to have a 6-speed track car, to be honest. Like, if I were to get, let's say, hypothetically, a 370Z as another daily, I would probably get rid of the silver car and probably like track or drift the black car, because I mean, you know, the car's it's only getting older, and every day I have a strong desire for new cars, which is it's a constant struggle, to be honest. Should you buy an Altima? To be honest, if you want a VQ, an Altima, in my opinion, is the easiest way to get into the game. Either an Altima or a Maxima. Maximas are probably a little bit easier to find than an Altima. Like, you can find Altimas, but most of them are 2.5s or autos and stuff like that, whereas all Maximas are going to be a 3.5. I'm talking 6th gen Maximas and 3rd gen Altimas. In my opinion, that's the easiest way to get in the VQ game, and that's what I did. I went out, I bought my Altima. It was relatively inexpensive with low kilometers, and that's one of the things that I like about Nissan is, you know, the quality is, it's not the greatest, but the resale value, you can get a lot for your money. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't buy a brand new one because the resale value goes down quickly, but if you're in the market for a used one, you get a lot for your money as far as Altimas go. So definitely, yes, if you want a VQ, start looking at Altimas, and I'd say you can't really go wrong with that. When installing the GTR injectors on a 07, do you have to change the fuel pump, and would you recommend doing the swap? My buddy J-Max, actually, that I was talking about earlier, he did GTR injectors on his Maxima, and I'm pretty sure he did upgrade the fuel pump, if I'm not mistaken, but it's not necessary. Now, what you would want to do when you upgrade the injectors, for his car, I know he did have to swap the O-rings, so definitely take that into consideration. It might be a direct swap for, what was it, 07. That's an HR, right? So it might be a direct swap, but look into getting a tune afterwards. I'd say the stock fuel pump would be able to hold up to the injectors. They're not much bigger, but you would definitely want to get a tune to, you know, compensate for the extra fuel. Lots of R34s in Canada. To be honest, I haven't been looking. Like, they're like so expensive. Even if they were like, I've seen them here before, but I don't know what the rule is. The import, you might be able to import them. I really don't know. I haven't been looking. Should do a 2JZ swap. That would be a great idea. For me, the more realistic thing to do would be to just turbo the VQ. 2J is, I don't know, I want to say it'd be like a 2-3 grand engine, and then whatever else for harnesses and actually getting it in the car. Whereas you can just put in a new VQ for like 1,500, get a bolt-on supercharger kit, and I think that would be the easier route to go. So I probably wouldn't 2J anytime in the near future. Daniel says weld the diff on the silver one. That is in the future. One of the plans that I want to do. It's a big job though, because you do have to like drop the whole rear. I don't want to say subframe, but the back like diff has to come down. And I was hoping it was going to be something that I could do inside the car, but since it's something that I'm going to probably have to take a little bit of time with, I'm going to just wait until the garage is done. That way, if I do have to drop the diff and something goes wrong potentially, I have like a nice place to work on it without having to worry about the weather. So yeah, I'm going to try to weld the diff on the silver one first, and if everything goes good, then I'll definitely be welding the one on the black car, because more drifts, right? So why not? Am I a Nissan fan? I'd say overall, yeah. I'm probably a fan of Nissans more than anything. Before I was a Nissan guy, I was into GMs, and you know, I still do like GMs. They have like their purpose and stuff like that is just like dailies that don't require a lot of maintenance. But the biggest problem that made me switch to Nissan was just the performance. And like I say, the best bang for your buck as far as it goes, Nissan and Infiniti, you just get a lot with your money compared to, like, I don't know, other cars. I've been a Nissan guy for a while, so to me, I just think really, yeah, they are the best car that you can buy for the money right now. Buy a TDI. I've considered Volkswagens a long time ago, but I looked into like a lot of the issues that they have with like electrical and stuff like that, and man, I just can't bring myself to buy one. If it was a newer one, like I was looking into the 2.5s, like I think maybe 09 and up Golfs, with the straight pipes, they sound pretty nice. But I don't know, there's a lot of other cars that I would definitely buy before a TDI. Have I ordered from Rock Auto, and is it hard to find parts? It's hard to find parts for your car in the Bahamas. Are they reliable? To be honest, I've ordered from Rock Auto a number of times. I can't say anything as far as the shipping goes. The prices are, you know, they're competitive. They're not any lower than really what you would find anywhere else online, but if that's the only place that you can order parts from, then I would definitely say do it, because I've ordered stuff from them. My wheel bearings that I just put on my black G35 not that long ago, I actually got from Rock Auto, so I'd say go for it. Miss the Altima. Yeah, me too. I do. Like I say, I'm looking for another one. I've had a couple that I've seen that I like. I'm really looking for a 6-speed though. I'd love to daily a 6-speed Altima. There's lots of automatic ones out there, but if I were to get one for daily use, I'd say it would have to be a 6-speed. That way I wouldn't lose my my shifting skills, I guess you could say. Zach, what's up, Zach? Do I still have the diffuser? I do actually. It's still on the silver car. If you want it, I'll take it off. If not, I'll just leave it on there and roll with it. Like I say, I'm going to probably put the silver car on the road soon, so yeah, I'll probably keep it on there until you come and grab it. What's up, my ninja from Philly? What's going on, man? Michael Joseph, what's up? What am I sipping? This is a railside bottle. I don't know if we're allowed to drink on YouTube live streams or not, according to Rob Ferretti or not. So it's apple juice in a railside bottle, but it's kind of a crafty beer. I like craft beers a lot. I used to drink a lot of Canadian, but it's just too plain for me. Am I still liking the teen? What is it? Teen? I don't know. The shocks that I put on. I am. They ride nice. I put on, I think, about 30,000 kilometers, not miles, on those since I put them on. And to be honest, the front shocks already have to be rebuilt. They're the street basis. So from what I've read, they are rebuildable. So I'm going to probably take them off come, whenever I have the garage set. Or I might even do it beforehand since I have the little tarp out there to work on. I do like them, but it kind of bums me out that they already have to be rebuilt. They're just knocking a little bit in the front, going over bumps and stuff like that. So I would spend maybe $200 or $300 more and get I don't know, get something a little bit better than the street basis. I can't speak for the other coilovers that they sell. A Squad by a Vez. Let me see. I don't know. I think maybe messed that up. Still wish this was a Nismo. I do too. If I ever hit it big, I'll probably buy a Nismo 370. I like the 350s actually quite a bit more. The body styles. You guys might know Fresh Kicks on Instagram. He's got a sick turbo Nismo. He actually just sold his other one, and that's goals right there. Essentially, if I can't lie, if I had the money, I'd probably get a 350. But the 370, I mean, the prices are right at the dealership. You know what I mean? If I just one day decide to throw it all to the wind, that'll be the car that I go for. Am I planning to turbocharge the G35? Either turbo or supercharge in the future, most definitely. That was always my plan with that car. Financially, other stuff kind of just came up with the house and everything, and now, we're in the house, everything's good. We're trying to get the garage built so that I can have a decent place to, wrench on cars and make videos for you guys. So eventually, yeah, definitely boosting the G35 is going to be 100% in the future. Rams says he has a 02 Altima 3.5 and the precats recently burned up. Not sure if the engine's ruined. Thinking about buying a 2.5. The 2.5s are not bad, but they do have the same issues with the precats on the 2.5. So if you were to get a 2.5, I would say right off of the bat, put headers on it. Now, in my G35, my precats, they didn't burn up, but they clogged, so I was losing a ton of power. The car would not accelerate at all. Luckily, I already had the test pipes ordered and at my house. So as soon as that happened, I took it to the mechanic. I limped it over there. I got him to put them on, and the car has been great ever since. So if you're getting the code for the precats and the car is just limping around, order, I'd say, with those cars, you can either do the high flow precats from Racing. Actually, I don't even think Racing Line's in business anymore. Best bet would be to go to eBay, get some headers, and throw them on your 3.5, and hopefully that fixes the issue. I can't say that your engine's not ruined. It depends on how long you drove with it like that. But for me, when my car started acting up, I took it straight to the exhaust, put the test pipes on, and it's been good ever since. Curtis says hi. A Squad says, do I like Mexicans? I don't have any problems with Mexicans. To be honest, I don't have any problems with anybody. Where I grew up in Toronto is a real multicultural place, so there was lots of different cultures. Yeah, no, not at all. Rams G, I had one of those models, Altima. She was sweet. Yeah, they are. The O2s are nice. Like I say, definitely do the headers if you're worried about the precats and stuff like that. Do I have a phone for you? I got quite a few. I'm actually doing the live stream on my phone right now. I just had a hell of a time trying to get phones, man. Um, I went through an S5 Neo where I sat on it. That was my daily, and I sat on it, and then I was trying to get like just used phones. Like I went for this new plan where you bring your own phone and you get like 10 gigs for 60. A lot of people in Ontario were bigging it up over the holidays and stuff like that. And I went for that, and then like 2 days later, I broke my phone and I had to go buy like a brand new phone. It's like, man, it was just not cool. So I don't have an extra phone for you right now, unfortunately. The Altima, I said that at the beginning of the stream. I got into an accident with it, probably close to 3 years now. I hit like just a ton of traffic, ended up creaming into the back of somebody, and it was a write-off. Luckily, I mean, insurance came through big time, hooked me up large. I mean, I kept the car really, really clean, so it's the appraisal with the insurance is all based on how clean the car is, right? So if you get into an accident and there's like garbage all over the place, they're going to give you a really low appraisal. But I mean, I had the car in mint condition. I even got an opportunity to go there and clean all my stuff out of it before they looked at it. So it was a really crappy thing at the time when it happened. It absolutely crushed me because I put in like so much money into that car and so much hard work, and it really was what, I mean, brought my channel to, you know, it started me into getting like solid daily vlogs. Well, not daily, I guess weekly vlogs going. And but yeah, I ended up being able to buy my G35 with the money that I got from that. And I mean, I like the car so far. It's been great. It's super fun. The really only thing that I can say is like it's a competitive market out there on YouTube. Like for Altimas, there wasn't really many people doing YouTube videos with Altimas, but there's like tons and tons of people doing YouTube videos with G35s. So I mean, you know, that's kind of why I want another Altima, or maybe a Sentra SER. I just want an SER so I can make YouTube videos with SER in the title, you know what I mean? Shane Hicks says test pipes are high flow cats. It all depends how strict the emissions laws are where you live. Like here, with test pipes, I was able to pass emissions. You just got to use the O2 Fowlers, which, you know, there's lots of research about that online. If you want to spend a little extra money and you don't want to go through the hassle of potentially, you know, having to deal with the fact that some, you know, let's say you go for emissions and they say, oh, we can't do nothing, this car has test pipes on it. If they're really strict where you live, go with the high flow cats. But otherwise, test pipes all day. They're really cheap on eBay. I got my test pipes on eBay, I think, for like $120 shipped. The Y pipe was another 150. The Y pipe was kind of crap. I had to replace the flex pipes on it. But other than that, they've been good. They're a little tinny, like compared to other exhausts that I've heard. That's the only thing I can really say about it. But power-wise, test pipes unlock, to me, the most power. So I'd definitely do the test pipes. Would I like to own a G37 or Q60? Because I own a G35 Coupe and a G37X modded. Would like to see work on a G37. I like the G37s a lot. You know, for me, I would really want to go to a 370, but they're hard to come by and relatively expensive. For some reason, even though Infiniti is the luxury brand of Nissan, Nissan Zs anyways still seem to hold their value quite a bit more than Infiniti Gs. But yeah, if I wanted to save a few bucks, I would definitely go with a G37 over a 370. But I was actually looking at, I don't know if it was the Q60 or the Q50, the red model. I think it was the Q50 red Sport. with like 400 horsepower, twin turbo, 3 liter. Like last summer, YouTube was really blowing up on the gaming channel, so I was thinking of going out and buying one of those new. So if I were to do a G or a Q and I had like a nice budget, I'd probably go for the Red Sport just because they're like super rare, and I think with a tune and exhaust they would, you know, there's quite a bit of potential. Should race you at the track with my 2.5. I'm in the GTA. To be honest, one of my buddies drove. He had a 2.5. I didn't actually get an opportunity to see it run myself in person, but from what I understand, it was a pretty quick car. So I wouldn't, like, you know, I wouldn't doubt any car. You could put a turbo or any kind of NOS on a 2.5, and I'm sure it would be putting up a pretty good fight with a VQ. So I'm definitely down, man. I wouldn't mind making the video for YouTube. Let's see here. Brian Garcia, I have an 03 Infinity G35 Coupe Sport Sport package, 285 or 286 miles. How much more life do you think the car has? No issues or anything as of now. To be honest, my silver G35 has like 350 kilometers on it. I'm not sure exactly how many miles. I don't think that's quite as many miles, 286, but it's getting up there. And I mean, it all depends on if you take care of it, if you do the oil changes, regular maintenance. Those VQs, just keep an eye on your oil, you know, like in between oil changes, check your oil. If it's low, add a quart. And I'd say the thing will last a long time. I had one of my buddies was asking me on Instagram if like he should scrap his car. It had like 180 something miles on it, and it needed a new engine, I think, but it was a 6-speed, right? In my opinion, the cars are worth fixing unless you have like serious rot or rust on it. It's worth fixing, man. The shells are good. The 6-speeds are tough to come by. I mean, a 6-speed G35 is essentially a 4-door, or even if you have the coupe, it's essentially a 350Z, just a little bit longer. So I honestly, if you take care of it, man, I'm sure it'll last a very long time. Technical Guruji, search my channel. I'll check it out once I'm done the live stream. I don't know. Apparently, it won't let me. The comments on the computer here don't actually link to your channel. So when I'm done, I'll check it out. How do I feel about Honda? I love Hondas, man. Pardon me. Let me get one more sip here, boys and girls. I love Hondas. Back in the day when I was a GM guy, I used to really I wasn't really about the Hondas. I thought they were really ricey and stuff like that. But as I got a little bit older and I got into the imports, Hondas, they're great cars. They're super reliable, and they're easy to work on. They're cheap to work on, and that's why they hold their value. Like if you go look at an Acura TL compared to an Infinity, they're a hell of a lot more expensive. Even still, the Accords are still pretty comparable compared to the Infinities, and it's just because Honda makes a good product. The girlfriend has a Honda 1.8 Civic. I think it's a R18. The thing's got, I think, 240,000, 250,000 kilometers on it. Probably close to there. And the thing, it runs great. Knock on wood. So far, so good. The only thing really that I've had to do on it is transmission sensor and brakes. And I think I changed the transmission fluid when I did the sensor. So I'm a big Honda fan. If I ever needed like a super reliable daily that wasn't a race car, it would definitely be a Honda. Yeah, Family and Hope said, yeah, my girl has one. Where did I get my Altima? I bought it in Mississauga. It was actually a funny story. I was on my way coming back from looking at a Dodge Dart, the new ones, right? I think it was the Rally, not the RT, the Rally. It still had the turbo motor in it, but I don't know. I just wasn't really into it. I had already gotten like a newer CSX and stuff like that, and I knew that car wasn't gonna be what I wanted it to be. And I'm really glad that I didn't get that car, because like I say, my channel would not be here if I had got that at all. So yeah, I bought my Altima in Mississauga, which is just the next town over from Toronto. I think I paid like I paid like $8,000 for it with 110,000 kilometers on it. Leather, sunroof, all that good stuff. To me, I was upgrading from an '03 Impala with like no leather, no sunroof, and it kept, I don't know, I had a system in it, so I kept blowing alternators and stuff, so it was a really, really nice change. Oh, Sarah, super chat. Thank you, Sarah, you're the best. So nice of you. $2, what is this? I guess you can do donations on here. That's pretty cool. Thanks, Sarah. That was my girlfriend, by the way. Can I buy you a phone? To be honest, I got an S3 that I can probably send you, but you're gonna have to put an LCD screen on it. Phones are expensive, man. Like what? I'm used to getting. Thanks for the $2, sweetheart. Love you too. Like, I'm used to like going and getting a phone through like the contract or whatever. So this was new. Oh yeah, come bring your own phone, whatever. And then when I actually went to buy the like new phone, I'm like, what? Even like the cheapest phone is like $400, unless you're getting like the phone that, you know, the one that's like the prepaid. Even that's $100. I almost lost it, man. I'll donate my crack screen. You're gonna have to pay to get it repaired, though. You're gonna have to pay to get it repaired. Joe Pizzo, have a 06 Altima, 3.5 automatic. Is it worth buying the block off plate and NWP? I don't know if you mean spacer kit, NWP spacer kit. Honestly, definitely the block off plate is a super, like, the best mod for the money. I actually have a block off plate that I just found in my shed, so I might be doing a giveaway of that on the channel. If you guys are interested, let me know down in the comments. If you want to see the block off plate giveaway, I already gave one away on the channel, and to me it's the best bang for your buck mod. I actually have type in DNALI DIY block off plate. I actually have a video of me making a block off plate out of the stock VIAS system. If you don't want to spend the money and you have some tools and you're handy, check it out. But definitely the block off plate is the best mod. What's going on here? The best mod for the money. Lucas, have you taken the G35 to any track days? If so, how did it go? I haven't taken it to any open lapping yet. I think I'm getting... Oh, I see. I'm getting YouTube comments. It keeps coming down YouTube comments on my phone. I haven't taken it open lapping yet. I've taken it to the quarter mile, and it was great. I enjoyed it a lot. I'm probably going to do open lapping this year with the black G35, even though the silver one, that's why I bought it, because it's already a pretty beat up car and I wouldn't feel guilty smashing it up even more. But I think my black car would probably perform a lot better out on the track. So I think I'm just going to suck it up. Really, my biggest thing is just like putting on newer pads, which I haven't had to do on my black G35 yet. And definitely having a nice set of tires to go out there with. So this year I'm definitely going to be doing some track days. Depending on which car I do it with is really going to be the ultimate question. Trying to see what works better for me, a muffler test pipes. I want to have a growl sound when cold starts. This is a pretty simple question. So I'm just getting a little parched. Let me just have a little sip here. Simple question. If you're going for more power, do test pipes. If you just want a nice sound, go with a muffler delete or just throw a nice muffler on there. Now, it depends on what car you have. If you have the Altima, a muffler delete is pretty sufficient. If you have a coupe, I would do like a muffler delete as well. With the sedan, though, I actually had to put on a resonator from a 350Z as well as a muffler delete, because the resonators on the sedans, did I say? Yeah, on my sedan, the resonators on the sedans are friggin' huge. So I had to take that off. and I got a really nice sound with that. So if you want power, test pipes. If you want sound, I'd start with a muffler delete or a resonator delete, and if it's too loud, then add the muffler. But in my opinion, I'd say going and doing mufflers, pardon me, right out of the gate, it's I think you're gonna be disappointed because the sound's really not gonna be what you want it to be. Michael Joseph says his SCR will smoke me. I would like to I'd like to take anybody up on their offer, really. I've raced a few of my buddies in their SCRs, and it's been close races every single time. So if you smoke me, I'd be surprised. Looked like a lot of fun down in Mexico. It was a pretty nice trip we made down there. You gotta have fun every now and then, you know. Angel says 03 G35 sedan, by the way. Then definitely, if you want the power, do the test pipes. Sedan, try to find a coupe or 350Z resonator, and then do a muffler delete, and I think you'll be happy. Let's see. Milton, do you love Nissan? I'd say I love Nissan, yeah. I'm a pretty big enthusiast. When's the next drift or track video? Track video I'll probably have to wait until the summer because it's winter currently and none of the tracks around here are open. Drifting, I'll probably go out and do like just some snow drifting if it snows. Like if I get the silver car on the road, I'll probably go find a nice parking lot and do some practice drifts in it, see how it works with the one wheel peeler on it. But probably, you know, I'm gonna try to get some track videos out as soon as possible. Drift videos, I'm gonna try to make some of those soon too, man. The new Camry is friggin' nice. I actually seen a video of the new Camry on a dyno, and it's an absolute monster. Like the rears of them, the louvers look like they look like a Lexus. My sister has an IS 250, and like if you look at a Camry from the back, kind of side profile, remove the Toyota badges and the Camry badges, you're pretty close to a Lexus, man. So yeah, the Camrys are definitely nice, but Toyota's one of those brands like Honda because they're so reliable, and you know the longevity of them is definitely not in question. The values just they hold their value really well in the secondhand market. D-Long Bikes, have I driven an Infiniti M37? No, I have not driven an M37. A couple guys at the car meets though had M35s. They are really nice cars. I like the back seats. They're really VIP. Milton says he'll take the S3. DM me on Instagram and see if I can work that out for you. I think I have it around here. Twist. Twist, you're not very nice. Christian says, what are my tire sizes? On my black G35, I'm running 225, 45, R18s all around. I'm not really sure what's on the silver car. Right now I just have like a cheap set of Steelies on there, like 16s. Waiting to get some more tires for the G35 17s. I don't know. I couldn't even tell you what those tire sizes are, to be honest. Twist. Twist has a dirty mind. No, I don't. Angel Soares says, please have more of these vids live. It's cool. Actually, you know, if you guys did enjoy this video, looks like, holy cow, almost 44 minutes. That's a long time. If you guys did enjoy this video, I definitely will. I can do one of these live streams like once a week or once a month. It's actually been a lot more successful than I thought it was going to be in the first place. A lot of you guys are very engaging, so I do appreciate that, man. Bruce Wayne. Bob, we get an R6 next. If you're talking about the motorcycle, I do like R6s, and I was thinking of trading my ATV for a motorcycle, but I'd probably get a dual sport for, I'd probably get a dual sport, because I know if I got a street bike, I would definitely kill myself. Michael Joseph says, I know Lexus is Toyota. Yeah, I know that. Lexus is like to Toyota what Infiniti is to Nissan. It just really surprises me that Toyota's making the Camry so nice. I'm sure that's going to, take a lot of business away from their luxury brand. Having a Toyota, like, oh, Toyota looks like this. I don't have to spend that premium for the Lexus. But we'll see, man. We'll see how it goes. I do like the Toyotas. I'd probably buy a Honda though before I bought a Toyota. But it looks like you guys are all out of questions here, so I guess I'm gonna put an end to this one. Very successful live stream. Oh, we got one more. Shane Hicks staggered on a G37. I would say definitely try to get some nice wide wheels. 370 wheels would look sick on an 07 G Coupe, certainly. I'm looking for a set of 370, either Nismo or just 370 wheels for my G, so most certainly. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy this one, definitely don't forget to let me know in the comments. If you guys want to see more live streams, don't forget to smash that like button. And thank you guys, all of you guys, for tuning in. Stream. Did I ever have to change my timing chain kit for the Altima? No, I didn't. So far it's been great with the G35 too. My silver car may need a timing chain. It's a little rattly on startup. We'll see once I get to beating on it. I may have to change it, but to be honest, with these engines, the timing chain, you pretty much have to take the engine out of the car. I've seen a few threads where people haven't taken the engine out of the car, but if your mechanic's one of those guys that says we're taking the engine out anyways, you'd really be a little better off just probably just buying a new engine, I think, because the timing chain kits, by the time you put it in, it's pretty much the same price as a new engine. Buy my OEM wheel. When I do get a new wheel for the silver car, probably a quick release. If I like it, I'll put one in the black G35. And yeah, once I put those in, I'll definitely sell the OEM wheel. Michael Joseph says he's going to smoke some herbs. Peace out, Michael. Thanks for tuning in, man. Mohammed, Nissan Altima 3.5 owner, United Arab Emirates. Shoutouts. Love this beater. Inspiration. Appreciate it, man. Like I said, I got my inspiration from a lot of guys on YouTube, and I'm glad that I could inspire you as well. Shane Hicks says, great job. Thank you, man. And Humberto Felix says he seconds Muhammad. Frankie said I have some good ones in the Bahamas, man. Pokemon. I used to be really big on Pokemon. My sister, she actually, when Pokemon Go came out, she made me download it, and we got out there for a little while. But back when I was in high school, I was all about the Pokemon cards, man. And I had it on the Game Boy and stuff. So yeah, for sure, I'm down with Pokemon, most definitely. Thoughts on the new Camry? We were just talking about that. I really like the new Camry. Make some merch. I was thinking of making merch. The biggest issue I was thinking is, like, I don't really have like a brand. Like, for me to just make shirts with, like, that say Denali on it, I don't know if you guys would buy that. I'm trying to think of kind of like a logo or kind of like a slogan or like a funny design to put on there, so it's like kind of branded with a company as opposed to just like my name and my YouTube channel, right? So I have been thinking about making some merch, maybe some key tags and stuff like that. Actually, Stuart over at SoCal G was kind of giving me a little rundown on that. So yeah, in the near future I might make some merch, most definitely. Fortnite for PS4, never played it. I'm an Xbox One guy, so I've never even heard of that game, to be honest. Yeah, I am probably gonna make a funny slogan, something to do with like cheap budget builds or something, but the brainstorming is going, so we'll see. Collab with Haven Mighty. I'm down. I've never heard of them or met them, but I'm down for collabing, most certainly. Do I hate CA? No, not at all. I was just kind of cheesed on that one video that I made, but I don't hate them. It is what it is. I know they're, you know, that's the way their business runs and stuff. It was just kind of a crappy situation because I missed out on such a good deal. Mitchell says he needs to put a new engine for his 07. It sucks consider how many kilometers or miles are on the car, and I mean, if the car is in good condition and there's really not a lot of rust on it, I would definitely swap the engine out. If the engine went out in my black car because it's a 6-speed, I'd put a new engine in without even thinking about it. The body's still in good enough condition. Humberto, my VQ is better than you. First funny slogan that came to mind. Yeah, I was thinking that, or VQs are race cars or something like that. Just something VQ related, most certainly. Or maybe something to do with oil, I don't know. Oh, he says I could play it on Xbox as well. Well, I haven't heard of it. I'll check out some YouTube videos on it once I'm done this live stream, most certainly, and see what's up. 3.5 SL is much beefier Altima compared to the SE. I really never knew the difference between that. My SE had like leather seats and a sunroof and pretty much all the bells and whistles, so let me know what the differences are between the SL and the SE. Victoria Z wheels. I don't know if you're talking about the ones I did the video on recently. I haven't yet. I'm still waiting to get a couple more from the company. Mitchell Mal. Yeah, definitely new engine. I would do it. What were you saying here? About the head gaskets, right? Yeah, just throw a new engine in it. Find a low mileage one and definitely do that. What car meets do I go to around the GTA? Do I know about 905 meets? I've heard of them. I've never been to any of their meets before. I've been to like La Paloma and I don't know, a few of the other like local hangouts where a lot of Mexico street racing goes down. But I don't know. I just go wherever my buddies are. I don't really go unless my friends are going or I get invited. So I like to just socialize with my own little kind of crew. Mitchell Mile, 23,000 or sorry, 250,000. Okay, yeah. Well, as long as the body's not rusty and rotting out, I'd say throw a new engine in it. I mean, if it needs a lot of work, brakes, you know, wheel bearings, all kinds of other stuff. Like I know our cars sometimes get leaky, you know, radiator hoses and stuff. So just take all of that into consideration. But I would consider it. Do I make gaming videos? Yes, I do. YouTube.com/Don Squally. Actually, if you go to this YouTube, just click my, I guess, username, and you go to, I guess, my main page down in the right, off to the right of the screen. Right of the screen. You should be able to see the link to that channel. I used to do daily videos, but it is very time consuming, and I can't lie. Since the new year, I've just been doing videos, one video a week. Heaven Almighty's in Toronto. Hit him up. Yeah, definitely hit me up, man. Like I say, I'm down to collab. There's not really a whole lot of YouTubers that do like serious vlogs in Toronto. Like I know a couple of my buddies have YouTube channels that they upload the odd video to. But if there's any like solid vloggers out there that want to do kind of like what was it, B is for Build and Tavares style collab, you know what I mean, where we do some sort of a challenge, that would be really dope. My Instagram is also Don Squally, DONSQUALE. Same as my gaming channel's name. Yad says, what am I drinking? Sleeman Railside. It's a little bit of a hoppy kind of craft beer. I like crafty beers. I don't know why. I just like the flavor. In the States, you guys have the I-35. Yeah, we have I-35s and Maximas. It's I don't know why they don't have Infinities in like, is the I-35? Yeah, so it would be a Nissan there, right? But here we have the Nissan Maxima and the Infinity. I don't know where this luxury branding came into play, at what year. I guess it was because like Chevy had the Cadillac, and like, you know, the Japanese were like, whoa, we got to get a luxury brand in there, right? Rebrand all their just Toyotas, Hondas, whatever. And yeah, so I do know that. I know the I don't know, I think it's in Europe or Japan also. The G35 is a Skyline. It might be the same there too. Milton says Nissan's reliable. Yeah, they're pretty reliable. Ascam said, what am I drinking? Sleeman Railside. SL has upgraded Bose audio, electric seats, sunroof 15 inch instead of 17 inches. See, I never, for me, I don't know if in my generation the SL and the SE was that big of a difference, because my SE did have leather and all that good stuff too. So it might be the newer, you're talking probably 4th or 5th gen Altimas, I'm assuming. One on eBay, 120K. Would I buy it? Engine with 120K miles. I'd try to find something with a little less. Maybe something locally from a scrapyard. Still enjoying the Bose audio. Sounds perfect. Bose is great. I actually took the speakers out of the silver G35 and I put them in the mini.